Hey, this is Zurita Reka. Happy Thursday. This is the blogger that likes to give her unsolicited opinion. Sorry, I'm talking really low. My son is asleep and it's kind of late where I am. Well, not really, but he's sleeping, so I don't want to wake him up. So I'm going to talk about Dave Chappelle. I'm going to give my unsolicited opinion on why I think he might have left the Chappelle show. And I just want to first off start by saying what made me want to make this video is I saw an interview with Vlad TV with the actress from Friday, the one that played Craig's girlfriend. Can't remember her name. But she was talking about how Harvey Weinstein had asked her to come to a hotel room to meet him at 4 a.m. So she was essentially Me Too'd, and well, he tried to Me Too her, I guess. And it made me think, I don't think this is something that just goes on with women being solicited. And Terry Crews kind of spoke out about it. So I think that this might have happened to Dave. And here's the reason why I think that. I think that when they were offering him that $50 million, that they were offering him something else. Maybe they were offering him some meat, or they wanted to do something freaky with him. I sincerely believe that. And here's the reason why. It's because he never really gave a clear answer on Oprah when asked, why did he leave for the $50 million? Why did he turn it down? Why would he turn down so much money? Like, who in their right mind would turn down that much money? And he kind of beat around the bush, and he said that, I don't remember what he said verbatim, but I'm going to paraphrase. He said it was something along the lines of someone was heckling him while in the back while he was doing a skit. He didn't, or not heckling, but he didn't like the laugh of someone on production. And he also was talking about how they tried to make him put a dress on. I think in some ways the dress is metaphorical of them trying to make him be a bitch, pretty much. They were trying to make him into their bitch. And he was like, obviously he didn't take the money, or he didn't let them make him into the bitch, because he left the show. But he left and he went to Africa. It's like he had to get away from all the weirdness of Hollywood. And he kind of never looked back. Now, I'm not exactly sure if he ever did live in Hollywood, because I know he lives in Yellow Springs, Ohio. But I know that he wants nothing to do with Hollywood. And if you notice, he goes after the LGBT community a lot. In his jokes, it's almost like revenge for what they tried to do to him, or what they could have did to him. Maybe somebody did grab his junk, like they did to Terry Crews, he was really broken up about, if you guys remember. And people made fun of him when he spoke out about it. Maybe Dave, that's why he didn't want to talk about it, because he didn't want people to make fun of him for what happened to him. Even though if that was the case, he would be a victim. I think that he just would rather it be under wraps. Now, it was either that, or maybe he signed an NDA where he couldn't talk about it. Or also it could have been that he was threatened. I know you guys have heard of the gay mafia. Maybe it's real, maybe it exists. But, there's some powerful people in Hollywood, I believe, that can make people disappear and make it look like it was an accident. Like, I know Ice White Shut was a fictional movie, but it's still interesting how the woman that was sacrificed. They made it look like she was, like she overdosed. So they can have a way of possibly making it look like something else. And this is all hypothetical. Hypothetical. It's all hypothetical. This is all my speculation. I felt like this for so long, and I've had this feeling for a while. And what really made me think about it was he actually joked about it in one of his Netflix specials, where he says something about, what if someone offers you $50 million and their dick is on top of the money? Or they said, suck my dick, or something like that, along the lines of that. And when he said that, it was like a light bulb went out of in my head. I'm like, this is why he left, I believe. And if you notice, he like beefed himself up more, probably to make himself stronger so that he can beat somebody's ass. Because he was kind of scrawny before. And hopefully they didn't assault him. But a lot of people say that he's a clone and that the real Dave was taken out in Africa and replaced by a clone. And I don't believe that, because I just don't. I don't know. I'm not even gonna. I don't think that cloning is that advanced where they can make him grow that fast. But I mean, shit. I guess anything's possible. But here's the reason why people. Part of the reason why people think he's cloned is they say he just came back different, and he just looks like the life has gone out of him. And I know there was some interview going around where it was supposedly, allegedly, his cousin saying that he never talked to the family again, but I heard that was like a hoax. Nonetheless, a lot of people say that like almost like the light has gone out of his eyes. And being in Hollywood and being around all the, around the weirdness and the freakiness or the trauma, that's traumatic. To have, even if somebody doesn't assault you, for them to make a preposition towards you as a man and say, hey, you got this contract, but you got to suck my dick. Then you're going to be like, oh, hell no. No. And then him saying the dress thing, like I said, I just think it was metaphorical when he said that on Oprah. I don't, but it could be some truth that he does feel like they're trying to emasculate black men by making them wear dresses. And that could be possible that he really felt that way. But we have to remember that he wore a dress and men in tights. Oh, not a dress. It was like a skirt. And he had on tights. And also, I went to go see him in last year, in April. Excuse me. And he had a freaking shirt on that was like to his damn knees. And it's like, dude, I mean, I remember they were rocking shirts like that like 20 years ago, but maybe he's still stuck in 2004. I don't know. But his shirt looked like a damn dress. Looked like he was wearing a nightgown. With that being said, I think that he probably saw some things. I mean, we can't forget about what Cat Williams, who was a newcomer in the industry at the time, well, probably not a newcomer, because I don't know exactly how long. Don't quote me on that. But I know that he got invited to a mansion party. And then he said in the mansion party that behind like some doors that he looked around in a mansion, he saw people getting freaky. And I've heard the other people have said the same thing about going to one of Puffy parties. Which, I believe. Because I don't think he's really hid his kinkiness, freakiness. Especially if you watch that Drink Champs clip with him and the Fabulous, Jadakiss, and Nori. Yeah. So, P. Diddy is the original Duke of Sussex. Get it? Sussex. Duke. Okay, I'm no comedian. Maybe I should leave the jokes to Dave Chappelle and the professionals. But yeah, I just wanted to get this off my mind because I've been wanting to address this for a while and just see if there's anyone else that feels this way. And I mean, it really doesn't, guess it doesn't really mean anything, but I guess it just shows how twisted and corrupt Hollywood really is. And that it makes you wonder how many other people have they done that to, but they just said, you know what, I'll take the money. I'm just gonna take a couple of shots of Jack and take it. Or, you know, whatever, do some you know, some stuff. And then just black it out. It's probably what a lot of them are on drugs and trying to black out the stuff that they done. Trying to forget it because they just don't want to remember. And that's basically, in my opinion, part of how you sell your soul. So he didn't sell his soul. He said, no, I'm not gonna do it. You're not gonna get me. And they have not put him in any movies or anything. The last thing I've seen him do on TV was Saturday Night Live, which they let him do. But Saturday Night Live is in New York. It's not really in Hollywood, even though it's in the industry. And they just knew that they were going to make money from him being there and get people to watch. So it was a good business decision. But I have not seen them put him in anything, and he hasn't exposed them. And like I said, it might be because he's traumatized, or maybe he signed an NDA saying that, hey, you can't say anything about this, or we will sue you. Or it could also be that he's afraid. Maybe he was threatened with his life, like, well, or they could have threatened his family. They could have did anything. They could have threatened him. Am I convinced that they've taken out some people and over the years? Yeah, I think so. I really do. So there's really not much more to elaborate on that. I just wanted to express my opinion. This is all my opinion. Allegedly, I feel like he's been giving us hints about the truth, but he just never really came out and said it. But maybe one day the truth will come out, because I believe there's, I'm almost 100% sure that there's definitely more to that story than what he has told us. So we'll all just be waiting for the truth to come out.